Hi, and welcome to Btown Talk. I'm your host, Dawn Davis. This is a production of Bensalem Community Television, Comcast 22, Verizon Providers, Channel 34. On today's show, we'd like to feature, it's a health benefit, a health service that is provided by HealthLink. HealthLink is a free dental service that is provided to low-income families in Bensalem and around Bucks County. Today's guest is the Vice President and Board of Directors of Mr. Rick James. We're very happy to have Mr. James aboard today so that he can explain HealthLink Dental and how it could benefit you and other residents in Bensalem. Rick, explain to us how HealthLink Dental, how the services are provided to the underserved individuals in Bensalem and beyond.
Okay. What we have are 13 volunteer dentists that contribute time. Could be a day or two a month. And in addition, we have 2 paid part-time dentists. They do about 16 hours a week, which allows us to expand the number of hours of service that we can provide. And then we also, in some instances, may refer out to an oral surgeon if it's something that maybe we can't handle at the clinic.
Like more of an endodontist type of situation?
Yeah, but we've also recently made arrangements with Temple Dental School where there are students, one of the best, where the students weren't getting enough hours doing root canals and crowns to graduate. So we've got an arrangement where they come to our clinic one day a week, and under the guide of a professor, they're getting practical experience doing root canals and crowns, which now allows us to expand even more the services that we're able to provide. Because previously it was fillings, extractions, cleanings, those types of things.
The
but
minor
now
dental work.
Right, but now we're able to do more than we had originally done when we had started.
What is it that makes a family eligible for these services?
There are income requirements for individuals. The founder, Eugene Jackson, wanted to make HealthLink a hand up, not a hand out. So there were work requirements that, but people that were making less than 250% of poverty level. So for a single person, 250% of poverty level would be about $31,000.
I was looking at the actual income information, and it's interesting. That it really does make it affordable per se. When I say affordable, I mean these people are eligible with
Right.
respect to the income requirements that are set forth by HealthLink.
Right. I mean, they're in a position where they're not making that much money to be able to afford dental insurance and coverage. So this is an opportunity for them to come to us and get free dental services.
It's just wonderful.
Now, one of the things, I did mention that the founder's intent was to have people working but below a certain income level. We have waived that income requirement for veterans, and that was a couple years ago. So now that veterans in Bucks and Montgomery County can come in and get free services as long as their household income is still under. So if it's a veteran and his or her spouse is working, they would still need to meet the household income requirements.
Okay.
Not be above that, but again, the veteran doesn't have to be working, which is one of our normal requirements for individuals.
Well, with Memorial Day approaching, I can't help but say that is a fantastic service that HealthLink Dental would provide to the veterans here in Bensalem and Bucks County. I think it's a known fact, and perhaps you can elaborate on it, that people that do not participate with dental care, whether it be for financial reasons or a lot of people are afraid of the dentist. You'd be surprised.
Oh, I know.
And
lots of people are, yeah.
It's the truth. And that it can lead, healthy gums and teeth, I believe, can lead to a better health.
Exactly. In fact, there's a lot of people that don't realize that gum disease has a connection to heart disease, and they're just regular routine exams can help detect things. We had a patient several years ago that came in for a routine exam, and one of the dentists detected a lesion in his mouth, and it was the start of oral cancer. And it was caught early, and he was able to get it taken care of and move forward.
So it essentially saved that person's life.
It did save that person's life.
Oral cancer is very nasty.
Yes, and it's something that there's just so many connections between oral health and overall health, and that's really part of the mission of HealthLink Dental Clinic. We're looking to improve the overall health of the Bucks and Montgomery County communities by helping them improve their oral
I think
care.
it's fantastic. And where is the clinic located?
We're in 1775 Street Road in Southampton.
Okay.
And it is a former home residence that has now been converted into dental offices. There are 5 chairs there. We can do the cleanings, exams. So it's a state-of-the-art facility at this point. And in large part thanks to our founders and his family for making those funds available initially.
That was my next question. With providing these services, one would have to ask, where does the funding come from? And of course, the dentists are volunteering their time, but I know that there are costs, there's overhead.
Right.
So I'm sure our viewers would like to know perhaps where that funding does come from.
Well, one, we don't charge patients anything, so there's no income from patients. We don't get any federal funding. We don't get any insurance payments. Our funding comes entirely from writing grants to corporations and fundraising and donations. Now, we're a low-cost operation. Our budget last year, our expenses last year were $450,000. That $450,000 translated into over $800,000 in free dental services to the community.
That's fantastic.
So for every $1 to operate the clinic, we were doing $1.79, $1.80 worth of free services.
And my hat's off to the volunteer dentists and endodontists that are donating their time out of the kindness of their heart because they believe in oral health and overall health as it relates to dental care. And I just think that's wonderful. It's truly the spirit of volunteerism, and I think it's fantastic.
Thanks. And yes, we're one of many organizations in the county looking for donations and help. Many good causes throughout the area. And so it is a challenge. We do some occasional fundraising events, but as I said, it's mainly requesting grants and donations from individuals.
Well, out there in Btown, if you are altruistic and you are looking for, hey, is it tax deductible?
To the extent of the tax laws, yes.
And you'd like to help this organization, it would be fantastic. Of course, if you're on the receiving end, please. Dental health is extremely important. It's very important to me and my family. It always has been. I believe it starts as a child. If you're fortunate enough to have these services, and I know how costly it can be. I mean, honestly, personally, I fracture crowns all the time, and it's just, I've been there.
It's expensive.
It's
and
very
dental
expensive.
Insurance really doesn't cover the majority of those costs.
Correct.
So.
It doesn't. But any final thoughts?
Well, just on a positive note, we have now, since our inception in 2001, have served over 28,000 appointments, dental appointments. And if you know the cost of dental insurance, $100, $200, $300, we're looking at somewhere between $5 and $6 million of free services since we started in 2001.
That's wonderful.
So.
That's awesome. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Btown Talk. I'm Dawn Davis. This is Rick James. And visit HealthLink Dental. The information is on the screen. Take care, everybody, and God bless.
Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome.